Are we live?
Boom.
Let's hold on.
Are we real?
Yes,
Or
we're live,
Are we
there it is,
human?
there it is.
and our top fans know it
Are
already.
you a god?
Because
Next
they
time
have
someone asks if you're a
notifications.
god,
What if
you
we're more
say
human
yes.
than human?
That's right, Kent.
More human than
More human than human. That is our motto.
Are human?
I want to hear Dragula next.
Well, we're gonna need a jagged edge.
Apparently, he
Edit.
released a new song the other day called Tarantula.
Oh,
It's on brand.
how interesting! I'll have to check that out.
Well, it's been 25 years since anyone thought about me other than making bad horror movie copies. So I'll just
Yeah.
rehash an old theme. And
Oh, dang it. I'm going to have to leave and come back.
What happened? We won't know.
How do you almost know my name? I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Oh yes, happy Prime Day the 2nd.
We love Prime Day, except I haven't bought anything
we
yet.
do.
There are three things that I want.
But don't
new
need.
fairway wood. Fairway wood. Don't need it, right? Number 2, a new receiver with 8K pass through, because currently mine is a 4K 60 pass through, and I want the 4K 120.
Yeah, you do.
Is that so much to ask? And
It kind
plus
of is.
that whole Dirac thing, which active live room,
But Josh, just accept
Yeah,
you want a receiver.
calibration.
It's your thing, and you want one, and you should have it.
Yeah, but I also want some Atmos speakers.
Josh, have you tried accessories for less?
They're still expensive.
I
I'm on a
did
budget,
buy
and
a
my wife
receiver
is in
that-
school. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. I think I talked about it.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, have to
Josh,
try
as,
it.
as we all get older, become older gentlemen, we all have to look forward to fair weather. Oh, I'm sorry, you said fairway wood. I apologize.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
No, you see that there's medication for that fair weather thing.
I don't even know what that means.
Luckily, my wife isn't interested, so I don't have to spend money on medication. There we go.
I mean, that's nice to save it.
So
Yeah, that's nice.
I just looked it up. I got the AVR S970H, the Denon there.
Ooh,
It's
Denon.
$629 right now. I
Yep.
think I paid less. Dolby Atmos.
How many
90
watts per channel?
Okay.
90?
90? A80 pass through with HEOS, which I don't mind the HEOS app. It's decent.
80 seems a little lean, but it all depends on how well it doubles down into 4 ohms. Is it a robust?
I'm sorry, did I say 80? I
amplifier.
meant 90. It's 90 watts. Not,
Yeah, but what
yeah,
is
what's
it at
10
4
watts between
ohms?
friends?
At 4 ohms, is it 120 or is it like 160 or is it 180?
No, let's find out. Let's go look at those specs.
And are they giving you their
4 ohm. It's all 4 ohm.
4 ohm is what?
The rating. It says impedance minimum. General
Right,
features.
but what's the rated
room,
power of 4
surround.
ohms?
And I'm looking to
20
see
to
if they
20,000.
actually. I'm looking to see
And are
if
they
they
giving you
spec.
total harmonic distortion at 1 kilohertz? They're giving you the full spectrum. I feel like nobody.
You're
knows.
asking too many questions too quickly. 4K
Come on,
120
catch up.
inputs.
See, you're just. I think that the world. I wish we could go to like a dedicated television signal switcher and then have the audio separate, because audio doesn't change that much. Just because
THD 0.08, by the way.
I would like it if I didn't have to buy a new receiver, because 8K is a thing.
Or as Josh wanted it, 4K
I
120.
just want the 4K 120.
Right, you
Come
just
on.
want the higher bandwidth.
I've got my
HDMI.
OLED on there. I want to play some Dirt Rally 2.0 at 120 frames per second.
So get a gaming
on my
monitor
RX
like a real
9070.
man.
No,
Gaming.
he's already got one.
Yeah, but
He doesn't
it's
like
a
it.
50. It's a 55-inch OLED, which is
Yeah.
awesome screen
Yeah, it is
TV. So
And because it's an LG panel, it actually has RGB stripes, so the text doesn't look weird.
exactly, it's a beautiful thing.
You need to reach out to some of the VR goggle peoples and see if they'll send you some samples. Because I've heard that VR goggle racing is, if you're wanting to
Next
race,
level.
yeah,
Yeah. I guess you kind of need to work your way up into it, because the first couple of times you're gonna get pretty sick to your stomach after about 10 or 15 minutes. But
So you need the Tobii
you get
eye
past that.
tracking.
and then
No,
you can get some
it's good to
hydraulics
get
for your seat.
Well, no, that'll help with the nausea because then you actually sort of move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's that disconnect of the I'm moving, but I'm not.
And then between the
Yeah, Grim
hydraulics- Grim Traveler.
I've been looking at the TXRZ30. I like Onkyo products for $800, but it's still I can't do it. Murray, my accountant, is telling me no.
Shall we podcast?
Yeah.
Let's us.
All right, cool. Let's hit the record button and start almost immediately. Hello and welcome to the PC Perspective Podcast. This is episode 873, being recorded on June 24, 2026. I'm Sebastian Peak.
Jeremy Hellstrom reputedly.
I'm Josh Walrath.
It's not velour. I'm Brett Van Springberg.
and I'm Kent Burgess.
I think he was wearing velour, but he took it off right before we started recording just so he could say
True.
that.
No, it was a house coat. He was wearing a
A
house coat.
velour house coat, which I
I
admire.
know.
All
With slippers.
It was,
all I could think of was Zap Brannigan saying, "But Leela, it's real velour."
You know, he's the Hugh Hefner of his own house.
Mm,
Yeah.
I
Well,
wish.
maybe that's
I just want the money, really. I think.
No.
I'm all set. You know, I just need the money.
think how many nickels you can fit in the pocket of that thing.
I probably shouldn't play it.
Do
I
it.
was gonna play the quote
Can't wait
where
to
he's
see what
like,
happens.
Hey, where's the? Do I have audio on this? Hold on a second. Turn on audio. Okay. I'll just have to cut this from the show. Come on, just play. It's not playing, is it?
No, it's here and that's
No,
No.
unfortunately.
She's talking about what she used to think of him, and she thought he was this, and then he turned out to be a big pompous buffoon. And he's like, and which one of those rocked your world last night? Anyway, please look up to you. All right. Let us move to the Patreon portion of the podcast. In this easily skippable early part of the show, we're going to thank our patrons for making the show possible, actually. So please don't skip it, because it actually does matter a lot. Even if every creator does it, we need it the most. So stop giving to other creators. Start giving to us instead. Technology Connections doesn't need your money. Alec gets so much money, he's giving away the surplus to charity.
Yeah, seriously.
So give that surplus to us.
Shift
The
your
PC
pennies.
Perspective Foundation.
Mm-hmm. I didn't mine today's podcast or today's Patreon for the podcast, so I may have to double up again next week. But thank you for the general audience. You know, come on in to the big tent, the PC Perspective Foundation.
Ooh. going into
Wow,
first of all, you
I
said
didn't realize we
general
had that high of a
audiences.
character limit on the name of a donor.
What?
I'm not sure.
That was
I
a
don't
really
know.
long name for our donor this week. I didn't realize.
Oh
that-
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true. I did just make that up though. But
There-
everything Sebastian said is not made up. It's actually all
Right.
true.
There is a blowing noise or something. That may be the case because we've had some audio issues before we started podcasting. I will try to do some filtering and stuff on the recording, but for now,
I do hear it. Is it me?
No, I'm pretty sure it's me for some reason this time.
Jeremy has had a lot of audio issues.
That is
So,
true.
You know, what are you going to do? It's fine.
It's the Canadian package.
Now it comes back.
Josh.
It's windy up there.
Yeah, the Windy City.
Oh, it's hot
yeah.
and still.
That's Chicago.
Josh. Yeah, it's
Me.
just where Jeremy is in Chicago. Do you have some lunch to share with us today?
Well, you know, I've got two things. Hope Sandoval of Mazzy Star just turned 60, and I don't think you realize how old that makes me feel.
Wow.
Fade into you. Well, happy birthday, Mazzy. Well, Hope.
Yeah.
Regardless, you know, you always try to sound more intelligent when you say things in conclusion and regardless and irregardless, which of course doesn't actually exist. No, there was a burger today. Not only was it a burger, but it's a burger special. Burger special. The Cadillac burger. Yes.
Ooh.
What you see here is a Cadillac of burgers, which is almost redundant. But let me explain what it is. The Cadillac is a 7-ounce beef patty topped with bacon, raspberry pepper jelly, fried pickles, and to top it off, peanut butter. Let me tell you something. You don't think it would work, but it works. The peanut butter doesn't taste like peanut butter. All it does is accentuate the meatiness of the burger. It's impressive. It's interesting. The fried pickles were a little stringy for some reason. I don't know, but, you know, they're fried pickles. How bad could they be? I had fried pickles at Hooters the first time in my life, like 15 years ago.
Was that a
No,
euphemism?
longer. No. Anyway, but yeah, I didn't even know they existed. Now they're everywhere. Way to go, Hooters. But yeah, it was a really good burger. And you know, as an aside, in the past I have had some let's just say digestive problems where some acid would splash up into my esophagus and cause some heartburn. Well, apparently it scarred the bottom of my esophagus, and so I was eating the burger today, and one rather large piece of burger refused to go down. So I sat in agony for 15 minutes trying to get it down, punching my gut, standing up straight, bending backwards, doing all the things. Finally, I had to expel said piece of burger and in a violent fashion, but once I was able to get that out of the way and drink some water and help lubricate the passage, it all worked out, and the burger finished up fantastically. Don't take this out of context.
I'd
I
rather
think
not
we've all
have taken it at
gouged our ears out at this point.
Oh. Great story, Josh. Thank you for sharing that. At
High
least
five.
you lived. At least you lived. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's, a blocked esophagus is one thing, but I mean, it was not my airway. So, you
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah.
That's the part that I breathe with.
Yeah, you don't breathe the burger, although occasionally
You don't
things
breathe
happen.
with your esophagus. That is true.
I mean, if you do,
You
you're
belch.
gonna-
No, it's going to be bad.
Yeah. Let's move past this to the biggest news of the year.
Yes.
No, the biggest news of the year would be the AI bubble collapsing and RAM returning to normal in storage.
any
but-
day.
You just made that up.
I know, but that would have been the biggest story so far is the Steam Machine, which now has a release date. It's got a price. There are reviews out there. There's a lot to unpack, as the kids say. Let's just get right into some of the details The base model is $1,049. They have had to scale back the specs to even get to that price. So now it only has 512 gigs of storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM. The GPU has 8 gigabytes of dedicated RAM. Dedicated WAM, sorry.
Dedicated.
Yes,
And by the way, the $1,049 price tag does not include a controller.
Huh.
It's $1,128 with a controller. If you want the 2 terabyte model, it is $1,349 without a controller and $1,428 with a controller. So if you're actually going to compare this, as outlets like Digital Foundry are going to do here shortly, to a console, you have to factor in the cost of their controller, which, is $1,128 for the package for the base model with pathetic storage and memory specifications. So I think the pricing outweighs any of the possible merits of this to me, but there are going to be people who say, they do what they had to do. They're not even making money off of this.
What about the sexy LCD strip?
Right, I don't get the obsession with that. It's got one LED strip along the bottom. Where are the e-ink side panels we were shown, which I later learned were not actually intended for production? It was kind of being shown as an idea.
Well, what about the approximate 6-inch cube, which, in regular terms is 4.7 inches?
Well, and strangely enough, this time they're actually underestimating, and it's actually a little bigger than 6.
Wow.
So in case that size didn't give you a clue as to how the performance will look when we look at benchmarks, it's a mini PC. It's a taller mini PC than most, but it is a mini PC, so it has mini PC type components and performance, but a very un-mini PC like price, I think, is the issue here. So, yeah.
I mean,
I think
mini PC with a dedicated GPU. I mean,
they exist.
It's fair.
You remember when
You're right.
Intel had the NUC Extreme series and they had Skull Canyon and
There's
you
going
could
to be a
actually
new
put
one
your
of those.
own small form factor GPU in there?
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I
pretty
don't
much
think
with the 7600M and Ryzen 5 7400. That's pretty much what is in there. They might be semi-custom, and they were probably bought on the bargain bin because they didn't sell a lot of those. But that's what you're getting, and that is not a $1,000 PC. Except for
I don't
16
think
gigs
Valve would. Oh Lord, nothing. Are you
Go
going
on.
to keep just talking over me? Are you
Yes.
going to do it?
Go ahead.
My jaw is now sticking 3 inches out because it's so out of place. Anyway, I don't think Valve is making a whole lot of money on these. What do you guys think? I mean, it's a custom design. It's interesting. It's it's their own kind of form factor. Their cooling is interesting. I mean, if you saw Steve's teardown, I mean, build quality is pretty good. Repairability is outstanding. The stuff they've got on there is really kind of interesting, but at $1,049, it's kind of rough. Does somebody have playing Romper Room? This is just not working out for me tonight.
Then you can leave, Josh.
Oh
All right.
my God.
So
Oh.
it's really expensive, but the performance is on par with a console. Actually, if you're looking at just PC hardware, we're talking, let's see, the closest in a lot of these is a 5600X with an RX 6600. Not every time, but close. Within 10%. Sometimes tied.
Well, at least we've got a benchmark against, what a typical build would be, which does come up.
I don't know.
The frame
I
does.
was looking at their pictures of the Steam Machine versus a PS5, and they're talking about matched
Ooh.
settings. I don't ever understand fully how Digital Foundry comes up with some of their metrics, but the PS5 tends to be faster, and it does not say PS5 Pro. I'd have to look at the actual list. I don't think they're using the Pro. So if this costs more than the Pro,
Mhm.
before you add in the price of the controller, and the performance is less than a regular PS5, I don't think this is a great deal. But, you know, much better
I mean, the
would
frame
be.
time is a little better, but that's about all you can say. It's,
Exactly.
yeah.
But you could be productive on the Steam machine.
Yeah, my son and I made a Steam Machine today. I don't know if you remember the little. Anybody who watched the review a couple of years ago of a little silver mini PC that we did. It
Did
is-
you go to the bathroom in the snow?
Yeah. The what was it, B-Link or something? It was some little mini PC, but it was an AMD Ryzen mini PC. And I'm like, you know, it technically has a dedicated, well, it looks like a dedicated GPU. So let's just install SteamOS on this. And the latest build, 3.8 point whatever, they're working on opening up support, anything with a dedicated Radeon GPU. We'll talk a little bit more about the possibilities of maybe something else. It installed perfectly, and it works great. The performance isn't that great because my mini PC has even worse performance than this one. But anybody with any kind of AMD hardware laying around can just have SteamOS now. It's just like a KDE desktop, and Steam auto starts into big picture mode.
Mhm.
And I was showing it to my son, and he's just like, this looks like Windows. I'm like, yes. I mean, KDE has a taskbar at the bottom, and everything is, if you know how to use Windows, you can use this. He's like, oh, and Firefox. Okay. It's like the stuff that's pre-installed on it you can easily be productive on this thing. So it only took a few minutes to install from the image that I downloaded from Steam. It is.
Did you manage to get
So I'm-
Copilot?
Somehow, no. I didn't install Copilot.
Oh, that ruins everything.
Well, that's Edge, not Chrome or Firefox. Anyway, but they kind of included all the fixes and drivers and whatnot in the SteamOS to make these AMD based machines just run, right? You don't have to do
Yes.
anything crazy.
No, you have to do nothing. It just instantly logged into Steam, downloaded Age of Empires 2, as one does, and immediately started playing with absolutely no issues whatsoever.
I wonder how far back their support goes. I mean, we were talking like 6,000, 580. You know, how old a GPU could we throw at this?
I don't know. It looks like 6600 is the target.
Okay.
That's pretty old. I mean, 3060
Yeah.
once we get NVIDIA support.
Nope. No, don't tip
Yeah.
your hand.
Well, we should move right to that next part of the story.
Well, I was going to say, before we move on, in totally unrelated news, FSR 4.1 suddenly got compliant with 7000 series Radeon cards. The same
Yes,
time that
That's story number 5.
Oh yeah, we're all over the place,
Weird.
but we'll get to all of it because it's all just one big story. It's all about the Steam Machine.
Yeah.
This is our Steam Machine episode. We didn't get one for review, unfortunately, but you can build your own. Don't worry about getting that expensive but delightfully designed little box. And we can look at some of the internals of it if we need to. But SteamOS 3.8.
Yeah. Sebastian, you know what I think would be really an interesting comparison is Bazite versus SteamOS.
I'm guessing
Which-
the performance would be nearly identical, but we could always try it.
I would think.
Steam running over Linux versus Steam running over Linux. on the same
Then
hardware.
why have two distros? What does Bazite do different?
I don't know.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't know either.
So yeah, SteamOS, you can get it, download it immediately. What's the link here? I know that one of the links was actually downloading 3.7 when I followed their official post, and then I found a forum post. It was like, no, this is the one for 3.8, and I downloaded it from there. So yes, you can definitely just Google it. Okay.
Start with trial. $2.
I'm not
I want
starting
my
a trial to the
$2
Verge right now.
uh,
Anyway,
Ba-dum-tsh.
let's, before we move on from the initial review stuff, because we didn't really talk about performance, it's a lot faster than the Steam Deck, but it's only about as fast as a 6600 with a Ryzen 5. That's an RX 6600 we're talking here. But the customizable RGB light bar on the front. Sizable
You
exhaust
can swap
fan.
out front panels.
Yes, you can.
In fact, Steve is selling his own branded.
Of course.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
So wait,
3D
Steve
printed
actually
with
likes
love
this?
by Steve.
Steve
He doesn't
likes
hate it.
something? Oh, wow.
He likes money.
Cool. Well, I don't know. So I know that there have been a lot of there's been a lot of chatter about the memory. Yes, it's only 16 gigs, which is very sad. But also, apparently it's only one stick. Or it might be 2 sticks of 8. It just depends on what they could get. There's no guarantee.
That's story
And-
3A, by the way.
Okay. It's just it's a crapshoot. You have to get, first of all, it's a lottery just to be able to buy it. And I entered it just to see what it was like. I have no intention of buying this, honestly. But I put my name in for one, and it said after the 25th they're going to randomize all the names, and then they'll contact the people who won, and they'll have a chance to buy it.
Or send a really nasty
You know-
email.
You know, it's really unfortunate because probably when they were starting to think about this was about a year and a half ago, and they started doing the design and talking to AMD and getting everything out and going. And then when they were starting to finalize the design around, August of last year, before they started to go into production and pre-production and all that, it probably would have been a good deal with memory being $50 for 16 gigs and another 130 for a inexpensive 2 terabyte SSD. Probably would have made a lot of sense. Doesn't make any sense now.
Do you feel like that they sort of put the marker out there that we're going to produce this and it just would have been worse to not make it, and now even at that price they may be losing money?
I don't know, because Valve has a lot of money, period.
Yes.
There's still a private company, so we have no idea other than it's a lot. So this could be a vanity project. It could be something that, maybe they look at long term, not just a quarterly profit or loss, that they'll say, hey, we could develop the Steam OS and our own hardware, and we could, grab a chunk of the market that will make us money and keep us relevant and make us a viable alternative instead of just charging everybody 30% to download their games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of Valve, you can soon, maybe, install SteamOS on a system with an NVIDIA GPU and actually have out-of-the-box support.
And
SteamOS.
Intel CPU.
Yeah. Valve is working with NVIDIA on SteamOS support. They want a piece of this. And this is nothing new to anybody, but just to quickly, for those who are just discovering the Steam Machine for the first time, the Steam Machine happened 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And Ryan and the crew back then were reporting on it just like we are now. Ryan, of course, had one. Alienware made what was essentially the prototype, but every manufacturer had the chance of making their own. And this was a time when people were just absolutely done with Windows. If they could possibly help it, they were looking for alternatives, usually running Windows 7. But Windows 8 turned a lot of people off, and they were looking for an alternative, and Gabe stepped in and gave them a gaming OS that wasn't Windows. And that was back when we had Mantle, I think, on AMD GPUs.
Yeah, Mantle. Yeah.
And there were certain games like Thief. I remember I was installing that and testing it and excited about the possibility. SteamOS was really just Steam then. I mean, obviously there was underlying Linux. This new one, you literally just say exit big picture mode and you're on the KDE desktop. So I think for anybody who doesn't realize, it's actually a full productivity desktop Linux install, fully configured and ready to go. Everything worked on this little mini PC. Like audio worked, wireless immediately worked. Like was able to connect a gaming controller no problem. Although I had some issues with the Bluetooth connection on the Xbox controller. But I don't know. It's very, very polished, and 84 of my 110 games work. That's pretty good.
Not a horrible
Very nice.
percentage.
No. So, Valve, according to videocards.com in a story yesterday, Valve is preparing SteamOS for more desktop hardware, including systems with NVIDIA graphics. So, a Valve engineer told The Verge that they're working on improving their compatibility for desktop PCs and working on NVIDIA driver support. So, you can...
Remember way back in the day when NVIDIA's open source drivers were better than AMD's?
Yeah. When I was running Linux for most things, I was on an NVIDIA card.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's got to be...
When was that?
Radeon.
I mean, honestly,
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
they had pretty good support, and then AMD came, and then NVIDIA required some kind of strange licensing and started cutting down on open source, and I don't know. Yeah. Been a while, though.
Indeed.
Yes.
Let us go down this list. We have so many different little bulleted side stories here. Just temporarily stepping away from the Steam Machine. DDR5, obviously expensive. DDR4 more than doubled in price. Haven't really heard a lot about DDR3. But DDR2...
Well, I got news for you. And it's not good news.
That's so 2026 of you, Jeremy.
Because there is no good news in 2026. I mean, to start off, I guess, with the good news, ESMT is ramping up DDR2 production because it's actually going to be profitable. SK Hynix and Micron are thinking about it, but it's going to take them a little while to tool back down to DDR2. It's not really tooling.
They said they've got a 2-year horizon until they're able to reproduce DDR2. But the fact that they're giving time horizons for that might actually mean they're going to do it.
And that's terrifying. Winbond, they're like, screw you guys and your DDR2. We're going where the money is, DDR3 and DDR4 and low power DDR4. And the reason for this is, as we've mentioned once or twice, I think, this year on the podcast, the price of RAM has gone astronomical and is just incredibly frustrating. Also rare as hen's teeth because someone already bought it up. So there's this whole
years, Jeremy, years worth of production bought up, gone.
Wait, wasn't that guy in China who had video of him throwing all of his DDR2 things around and rolling in it and stomping on it? I mean, do you think he was a little hasty with his rage?
Just a wee bit. Think how much money he just destroyed. He's now going to be gluing stuff back to PCBs and hoping. So yeah, and the best part about this is and even programmers are looking at, okay, can we optimize so that this crap program that we wrote that needed DDR4...
Programmers are looking to optimize their memory footprint again. What is this, 1989?
You wish. You wish. So we're looking at, from a bunch of the prognosticators, DDR2 and 3 will jump in price by 50%, maybe by the time I'm done telling you this. Like, literally over the next month or two. By the end of the year, at least another 40%. So by the end of the year, DDR2 and 3 will have doubled in price because it's the only thing you can get at this exact moment, and that depressing doesn't begin to cover it.
Well, if you think about it, DDR2 is made on a now ancient process that they probably have a lot of potential wafer starts available to them. They just got to throw wafers at it, and they can do it. And I mean, a lot of those tools are probably underutilized. So yeah, it kind of makes sense if you really want to do it. you can do DDR2, and PCBs are cheap, and as long as you can sell them for more than you can produce them, more power to
But-
you.
Can you crank up the aperture on that EUV device big enough to actually work?
You're going to have low densities, but I mean,
Yes.
memory chips are they're small anyway. I mean, have you seen like pictures of the BGA? The BGAs of like DDR2 are super small, right?
Yeah.
And then you actually see the DDR chip inside, and it's like 1/8 of that size. So, yeah, they can expand out. It's not a big deal.
I mean, the traces are what gets in the way oftentimes, isn't it? Just having to have an
Fair.
interface, a physical interface, takes up so much space.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, we haven't talked about the Steam Machine for a couple of minutes now, so let's go back
Yeah.
to where we began. And this is a really frustrating story because this is what the world of memory is like right now for companies. The RAM manufacturers are just naming their own price, and if you don't like it, they don't have to talk to you ever again. Valve says the company's making the RAM, this is at Kotaku, give them a price, and if they say no, they never talk to us again. Which sounds a little bit like, the DRAM world is a cartel right now.
Yeah.
So it's like, look, this is the price right here. Well, that's a little high, isn't it? Click. Because there's somebody else who will pay it. There's always somebody who will pay.
They say
no-
that's an important factor driving that price that we're kind of bulking at a little bit, that 1050 price for the Steam machine. It's a big driver. I know it seems obvious, but they're pretty much quoting that.
That's why there's only 16 gigs of RAM and it's still $1,000, guys.
Yes.
Which doesn't really correspond to the prices I'm seeing on SODIMMs because it's just 2 SODIMMs, one populated. Is a 16 gigabyte DDR5 SODIMM really enough to make the whole system $1,000?
Well, you've got to look at the storage too, because storage is becoming outrageous as
They're
well.
only putting 500 gigs in the thing.
Exactly.
That's
But
120
it's still-
bucks.
It is.
So DDR5 16 gig stick is probably close to $200 at retail, and then
Yeah.
Yes.
the storage is about let's just say it's 150. Processor is another. I don't know. They're getting a deal on the processor. They have to. But let's say it's another 150 for them for the processor. So now we're at $500.
600.
Okay.
Yep.
So I mean,
So I was looking at
600.
it. So
custom case, power supply, motherboard.
Yeah, power supply is going to be $80 at least, because it's a low profile, compact power supply.
mhm.
Oil's
So, like, I did
expensive.
it-
So that
what?
plastic's hard to make. It's just everything.
So an RX 7600 is about $280 right now. That's not what's in there, but it's roughly probably what you'd be paying. Random 512 gig SSD, 120 to 150, and your 8400, because again a 7400 was ridiculously priced, is 150. So you're hitting 650 before the motherboard, the cooling, or the memory.
Cooling.
They just
At
They-
memory, you're close to $800, if not more. Custom case, cooling, and PSU. No, I mean, I think they're making more money off of it now than they will be in 6 months when prices get even more ridiculous. But I don't think they're making a huge amount of cash off of it. It's just the fact that you shouldn't have to pay this much for it, but you do.
So Valve, not a small company, you'd think maybe they could subsidize the console a little bit, like Sony or Microsoft would, because they were losing money on a lot of those cutting edge consoles.
Yeah, but Xbox is going out of business, kind of.
Well, right, it obviously didn't work for them. Sony still sells their. I don't think they're making a ton of money, but they raised the price quite a bit. So $900 for that Pro.
Steam exclusive games?
I don't know. There aren't really any Steam exclusive games. Yeah.
That,
So
it's not. It's never happened.
I don't know if I can trust this AI overview here, but apparently they made over $4 billion in profit last year at Valve on around $17 billion in overall revenue. So they're making a lot of money. They're almost to like Epic, like the peak of Fortnite era. And that's just their regular old year for Valve.
Year after year,
They could subsidize that system a little bit.
long time.
Well, no, they're saving up all their money so that they can develop Steam AI, the AI assistant for your Steam box.
And the other thing
Which
driving,
you install whether you like it or not.
if nobody bought it because it was too expensive, or like if actual gamers who really just wanted to buy and use it didn't buy it because it was too much, the price would obviously have to come down. But the scalpers are going to buy all of them. And even honest people are going to buy them and then look at eBay and say, wow, they're selling for $3,000. I think I'm just going to
Don't do
unload
that.
this. Because the Steam controller, just a quick aside, Steam controller is a hot topic around here in my house because my son really, really wants one. Because I told him that we're not going to get the Steam machine when it comes out, but you can just use the Steam controller and any PC here will just make a Steam machine. And then I went to order one and like a fool, I hadn't been following the drama about the availability for that thing. They're gone. I put in a reservation anyway on June 18. I'm in the 2027 club because I didn't do it fast enough when they finally updated the reservation for me. And on eBay, the buy it now price for a new 2026 Steam controller started at $285 with the high end listings at $499, and they're selling. Every time I looked, there were fewer of them available and the prices were going up. So if you can sell it for 3 times the retail price, there are people who are just going to do it. They're going to make $100 to $200 per controller that they sell. And initially, I guess they weren't even doing any kind of lottery or any kind of safeguard. And then they implemented the reservation system, and then it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing they saved a certain allocation out to go with the Steam machine. Anyway, yeah, if you just refuse to give people money on eBay and you can't buy it from Valve, then no actual gamer will get this.
Good point off of eBay chat. Just release Half-Life 3 as a Steam machine exclusive.
eBay chat? I didn't know.
I'm sorry, did I say eBay chat? You were just saying eBay.
Like,
I meant-
hold on, I'm on eBay. I'm on eBay chat right now.
YouTube.
It is
YouTube
wild over
chat.
there.
It is crazy. What is
We're
wrong?
talking up the Steam machine, lining up some buyers.
YouTube chat just made
Oh,
a
okay.
comment
I
regarding.
was like, hey, I didn't know that.
Hey,
eBay had
just
chat.
make
They have
Half-Life
messages.
3 a Steam machine exclusive and watch them fly off the shelf.
Yep.
They would
Comment
do it.
from Ruto. First year console prices are always stupid high. That's what I thought. And then Nintendo proved to everyone that you can just never lower them. And in fact, raise them over time, offering
For the same
no
thing.
incentive to buy. It's like, here's the same Switch. When there's some better ones, but here's the original Switch, and now it's $339 from 2017, and the OLED one is $400. And now Sony is doing the same thing, and Microsoft, like, oh, our $500 console from 2020, that's now $649. No improvements whatsoever. In our next uplifting news story, Microsoft is force installing Windows 11 25H2 on every PC before 26H2. But it's actually painless, says Windows latest. Any kind of Microsoft is forcing story doesn't sound very painless to me, but I guess.
So when this happened to me, I just sang Moon River and it made everything a lot better.
Did it
Very
help?
Fletch. Your car just hit a water buffalo.
But this doesn't work if you're on 25H1. You can't upgrade to 25H2 from 25H1 because
It's 25H1 is very specialized.
Snapdragon, you
It's-
silly man.
That's you silly goose.
Yes, just to make things even more confusing. But don't worry, you'll love it. It won't cause any issues whatsoever.
But the coming 26H2 is really very similar or based upon 25H2, which you must have before 26. So be prepared to get, upgrade bamboozled, whether you like it or not. You're getting force installed. Welcome to Copilot, or whatever it is they want to turn on or off.
If you postpone it before it hits, you can actually put it off a bit. If it started to install and you're like, oh crap, I want to hit the postpone button, it will be too late. It's already in the house, and yeah, the horror show is now you. So
The horror show is you.
Be aware, it is coming for you.
Have you thought about Linux? Maybe think again.
Or every PC in this house still has Windows 10 on it.
Ah, there you go. Do you pay for support?
Hey, there's an update.
Yes. Actually, no, I didn't have to pay for it. They let me add support. I created a completely useless and fictitious Gmail account and used that as the Microsoft account email. And
You didn't use Hotmail? Oh, come on. Perfect chance. Make them think people still use it for anything other than to catch spam from those mailing lists you have to sign up for.
That's what my Yahoo mail is for.
Or, yeah, I forgot the password to mine long enough that it actually kicked me out and canceled it.
They just upgraded the interface a little while ago. They're still developing it.
Yeah, I had a panic call from my mother today because thanks Gmail for completely revamping the entry page and, making it G Suite and Gemini, and she literally thought she'd been infected with something because she's just trying to open up her
G
like
Suite,
normal.
Gemini, Copilot.
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
It was wonderful. Look forward to calls from your various others, because apparently this is a thing that's being pushed everywhere right now. If you're tech savvy enough to disembowel most of it, I guess it isn't that bad, but yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
Okay.
I had a federated Microsoft sign-on thing go bad, and
Oh,
I just had to abandon it after trying to fix it for a while. It just was returning a 405 from GoDaddy forever and ever and ever. It was a lot of digging to get to diagnosing that. And it was a friend, obviously a corporate thing. So I'm like, I'm just going to make you a local user and you can just go grab all of the things you need to share.
What's the Netscape and CompuServe news, guys? I do appreciate, chat, the references to parents using AOL. My mom is a Hotmail person still, and my mother-in-law uses Yahoo. So it's a generational thing. The elderly.
you've got mail.
Who had Yahoo bought that from some other company? What was it before? They bought the email.
Nobody invents anything.
I know. I'm trying to remember what it was because I had that that other system before Yahoo bought it.
Oh, really?
That's how I
Wow.
ended up with the Yahoo Mail account. Yeah. I don't remember what it was.
I was on Singular before AT&T bought them.
Oh, there's a name. I haven't
Singular,
heard before.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
All right.
Rocket Mail. Was Rocket Mail.
Rocket Mail?
Yes, that was
Okay,
it.
so
I had a Rocket Mail account.
AOL bought Rocket Mail?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it was Rocket Mail.
All right. In our next news story, AMD brings official FSR 4 support to RX 7000 series GPUs. Int 8 model now available in 300 plus games. Why Int 8? What does that matter for gaming?
Because the numbers are higher than Int 16.
Well, right. That's
No,
why
it's
like shader precision stuff too.
Yeah.
it's because they don't have any matrixy multiplication stuff like NVIDIA does, and the RX 9070 things, and so they had to redo it all. So instead of doing matrix multiplication to do AI stuff, those are the AI cores, the neural, whatever you want to call them. And so they've had to do a total kind of reprogramming and use different data sets. And in this case, and 8 is the answer to give you results good enough that it kind of matches up the matrix multiplications.
And when you're buying a steam machine, you're settling for good enough. Except for the price.
We don't talk about the price. Yeah, we kind of do.
Yeah, we sound, I guess, whiny, but
Why couldn't it have been 1,024? Like, at least that would be sort of amusing.
yeah.
Any sentence that
What
starts
were
with
you saying
Y
about
sounds a bit
whiny,
whiny.
Sebastian?
What's that?
What were you saying about sounding whiny?
Kent and I made the same observation at the same time.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, you
from
got to
Tech-
think about it. Let's
What?
go back to end 8 just for 1 second. You know what?
Is
It's
this a
all
pet
math.
topic of yours, Josh?
There's more than one way to skin a cat, and it's all math. And they're doing different ways to do the same thing effectively without killing performance. I'm happy about that. That's a good evolution, and more power to them. Thank you for your support.
Who gives a fuck? All right, moving on.
Okay.
From Tech Power Up, AMD to restore TSME, that's the memory encryption stuff, on consumer Ryzen processors after backlash. Now, I got an email, Jeremy got an email. They were not happy. I'm like, oh no, what is this? AMD wants to talk to us about our news post. But no, it was good because they listened. They listened to the complaints and they brought it back. And they said, AMD Memory Guard is a hardware-based memory encryption technology available on our Ryzen Pro desktop and mobile processors or supported in silicon. It is a foundational security feature, and we have no plans to remove support from our Ryzen Pro lineup. Nobody ever said they did.
Nope.
Okay. Regarding certain non-pro Ryzen 9000 series desktop processors, a BIOS option to enable Memory Guard was previously available, but was removed in a recent update. Based on valuable community feedback, we will reinstate this option for an upcoming BIOS release in July.
I'm valuable.
Oh my! I don't think you hit the
People
word valuable hard
have
enough.
spoken,
You got to go back.
and they
Oh,
want their
I-
memory encryption.
Yeah.
Rather nastily about this, and then as an inquiring mind, just sort of reply to that email. And on the off chance, is there any reasoning behind why this occurred? Not even the crickets got back to me on that one.
I think we threw some conjecturing around when we talked about it last week as to
Maybe some shade.
why this may have been done. I'm glad to see it get reversed.
Yes.
Please don't remove features that you gave. Pulling them back causes this problem.
Hammer 2 to reappear or something because they took it away. We've got enough bad news as it is.
Right. So the following portion of the podcast will be a brief history of computing. Let's just begin with the invention of the microprocessor. Was it the Intel 7004? Was that the one they made for that one calculator? The rest is history. Or anyway, if you thought that we were the only old men yelling at clouds, you were wrong. There are more. What is this website? markround.com.
Yes.
It's been online since May 29, 2001. I think we've been around a little bit longer than that.
Yes, I looked it up, and my God, we have.
Yeah. 2000. October 17, 2000?
That was K7M.
Coming up on 26 years, even I can math.
I like
And then
k7m.com. That's a great URL.
Oh, I mean, it was specifically because Ryan was absolutely in love with that dual processor motherboard. It was neat, and not easy to make work out of the box unless you know what you were doing.
No,
so that was sort of.
K7M wasn't a dual.
No, that was an
processor
Athlon board
motherboard.
from Asus.
Oh no, sorry,
Yeah,
that was
it was the Iron Gate AMD 750
that's
based
right.
board.
that was the K7 Master.
You're
right.
talking about the 8-bit BP something 7. Yeah. Anyway,
The one that
Yes, so Ryan
CRD
started
calls
with
the only
K7,
famous
but he
motherboard.
Came in love with that. Started getting in love with AMD motherboards, so AMD MB, and then not too long afterwards, we became PC Perspective, and some of us are still here.
That's right.
An aeon later.
I
Okay, it might be
This is
exactly.
as small as it gets, by the way. It can't get any smaller. This is it.
You know, the market for informative PC related websites that used to rely entirely on like banner ads. It's contracted quite a
it's
bit.
a little gone.
A little bit.
It's a dying breed.
The blink tags, they don't work anymore.
I
Well,
brought that
Blink
up
will work.
specifically.
Yeah, they
When I
have-
started
Tag in the
Josh's-
article. You did.
Josh.
I started Josh's hardware tech page in 1997.
Mhm.
Did penstarssys.com. The first 6 months with just banner ads was $1,500 a month. They were overpaying so badly for internet views. It
It was almost
wasn't
like
even
AI,
funny. And then
wasn't it?
yeah, and then it all crashed down, and suddenly I was getting $50 a month from my website for just the regular banner ads. So
But you still got to slap the monkey.
sometimes. Don't we all?
That was a good one back in the day. Yeah. Mark Round didn't go the hardware specificity that we did. He went through like Unix stuff, Linux, and the actual creation of that. Did a bunch of Amiga things. Like he is a little more scattered across the entire ecosystem as we are. We, believe it or not, do kind of focus on a certain niche.
See that
That's
Penn
the
Star
2000
system, Josh?
Yeah. Brings
Yeah,
back the
I
memories.
used to post links to Penstar systems.
We did. Send news to Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy.
He
I
didn't
just
talk
posted
over you back
something.
then.
He did not. It was hard over
He
email.
respected you more. Did
Finds new ways.
right? When did you start? I thought you sold stuff too, Josh. Didn't you sell things on your
Yeah.
website as well?
Yeah, from 98 through 99, and then I cut back on the selling things. So I wanted to do two sides, be an
okay.
e-shop and then also kind of review and talk about the stuff that we did and, make that a synergistic thing, but it just didn't work. Newegg came out and they destroyed everybody in the online ordering hardware thing.
Yeah.
I miss Frosty Tech because they actually had a retail store out here, and you could buy cooling products you couldn't find anywhere else without getting them shipped from somewhere for ridiculous prices.
All right.
And as you can tell, we did not make good on the .com craze, but the crash didn't kill us either.
that'll be AI too. There'll still be companies selling digital assistants and stuff for business, and some enthusiasts fooling around with it, but it's not sustainable.
Jeremy, what do you
At
think
least
of
at this level.
performance PCS for water cooling stuff now? And it's kind of like a little, niche specific water cooling space.
I just sort of you'd be better off asking Kent because I've given up on that sort of exotic cooling. It's just I've got other stuff I got to deal with.
I love performance PCs. Those guys are really great. I've dealt with them for at least 10 years now. Probably ordered at least 80% of my water cooling stuff from them.
There you have it. All right, a story about Gunner Optics for some reason. Jeremy, is this yours?
No, it's
you.
mine, or Tyler. He always talks to us. He's like, "Hey guys, Gunner Optics." And you know what? If you're in front of a screen all the time, sometimes you need some blue blockers. And Gunner Optics actually makes some pretty solid glasses. Not only that, but you can get prescription lenses for them. So they got a big sale going on. It's like 30 to 50% off, and very stylish, as you can see. So, thank you, Tyler. And plus, Tokidoki, and they have like Fallout and all of these other, like Modern Warfare tie-ins. Sometimes they have some really unique designs that are kind of fun, and they're not overly expensive. Again, good quality, and you can get them in, prescription lenses. So there you go, Gunner.
Have you
for
got
the
it?
win. I haven't gotten it yet because
He's tried to send me probably a half dozen pairs over the years. Not a single one has made
never
it.
happened. Huh?
Oof, they just sort of disappear.
There is some Canadian Mountie who is in charge of
And
processing packages into Canada, and he's got an incredible glass collection for his
I think
face.
he might.
So,
Including some
I think,
exclusive Fallout ones.
The Gunner Optics always reminds me of something that Tug Speedman would wear.
100%. All right, I think it's time to move on to Insecurity Corner. And our first story, Fortibleed. It's a bad one for you and a lot of the companies you depend on. This happened right after we podcasted last week, I think. The big story broke.
Because you've got Fortibleed, and you've got Fortibleed, and you've got Fortibleed. You've all got Fortibleed, or if you don't directly, a bunch of the companies you work with do. Because we were talking about tens of thousands. Oh, wait, no, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of Fortinet appliances that got toasted. It's bad. It's ongoing. It hasn't stopped. And it's everyone, up to and including Fortinet themselves, which is, a little ironic that they can't even protect themselves when that's their whole idea, is that these are the corporate VPNs and firewall devices that we
I
depend
just want
on.
to point that out again, that I just find this so ironic that as a security company vending a security appliance or security system, they themselves inadvertently are supplying the backdoor hack to get into the places that have installed these to be secure. So they are
It's
the
a
malware.
cool opportunity.
I just can't. Sometimes I just can't wrap my head around this particular aspect of this problem that seems to continue to crop up.
You say, I was going to say, is you're acting like this is the
up.
first time this has happened, because
no, it's not. It continuously seems to happen.
This field of crops is actually quite virile and just keeps sprouting and sprouting and sprouting. They did exfil a fair amount of data. We don't know how much, but we do know that once it hit the news, whoever was behind it, Russia, did double the price of what they are selling that they exfilled. It's awful. It's freaking everywhere. And the best part about this is that even once you do get a fix that will work, that means taking down security appliances, and companies are loath to do that because the people who don't quite grasp what security is all about are like, well, that's downtime and our customers will be really upset. Okay, they're also going to be really upset that everything that they ever told us, including their credit card numbers, got taken. That might also upset them. Well, yeah, but no, that's not our fault. So yeah, this is going to take a while to fix, even once they get everything going, and it's not even a quick an easy, someone hard coded some credentials, or it's a very obvious hole that we can patch. No, it's a nasty one, and it's going to be sticking with us, and there's no way that this is going to be unique, because when you find a vulnerability like this, generally it spawns several more as people start playing with it.
Jeremy, I don't think we've highlighted Fortinet the first time here. I think we've brought their wares. Can I say that with a Z? Is that too much? I don't want to be too much. Their wares to this particular segment of the show more than once, and by that I mean you've done a security bad thing. You did not protect the people who paid you to protect them. You caused the problem. I don't think that's
and
the
we're
first
not just
time.
talking hardware. Their client, the software client, has also had some significant issues. One of my favorites was that as long as you used a capital when logging into their VPN client in your username, it didn't 2FA you.
Oh my
You
God.
literally just changed your username to have one capital in it. Oh, okay, you're important. We're not going to 2FA you. We're just going to connect you.
You know what? I think I'm going to catch some heat for this, but I think we need more AI analyzers in the code review space, saying, "Hey, you did a dumb, stupid thing right here." I think that's going to catch this sort of stuff.
So
those obvious
funny
ones,
you
like
mention that.
capital letter. Yeah, go ahead.
Funny you should mention that, because the way that this vulnerability was discovered was thanks to AI. Hashtopolis. Someone rented a 45 GPU cluster and chewed through 1.16 billion credential attempts against over 300,000 FortiGate targets in minutes, not hours, not days, because this is the fun thing about having really, really high-powered GPU clusters. They obviously
and $100
rented
in your pocket.
Yeah, so they rented the space, and well, crap, we've already gone through that, and we've still got time left. So they made another 2.1 billion attempts against about 150,000 SQL Server systems. Just well, shit, we've still got the space, so we've got to use up our time. And God knows what they've done for that, because everyone's looking at the FortiGate stuff and the SQL. Who knows what's going on there? So that's the brilliant thing, is that we've gone from rainbow tables of doing thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of attempts over the course of a day to billions of attempts in minutes.
So now scaling up a brute force attack is relatively trivial and amounts to some barely relevant coding skills and access to an AI cluster that you can rent for a few $100.
You're looking at a fine balance here between that and DDoS. Because you might actually make too many attempts to log in that it actually ends up being a DDoS and takes down the site that way before you can actually get the creds. So I think that's literally where we're at, is, it's not the security of usability and security. It's how many attempts can we make before we take down the site we're trying to hack.
We're at in a gray area. The game is changing and we can't react fast enough.
No.
Moving on.
Yes, moving on. So we know that Microsoft is a little stingy. Those project managers, they don't like going over budget, so can't pay out those bug bounties.
And that's how you get Nightmare Eclipse.
Yeah, Google is.
You know what? You think that Google could look over at Microsoft, to Jeremy's point, and go, "Oh, hey, Nightmare Eclipse. Yeah, didn't they, poke the bear by not paying out the bounties they said they would? Let's do the same thing."
Hold my beer,
says Google.
Yep. So again, it is an active security breach, which anyone can really take advantage of. It's still listed with CVE. It's still listed in the bug tracker of Google's bug tracker as, in progress, accepted as being a definite bug that we need to fix. But Alphabet came back and said that it's not really a problem, that if you've got Kubernetes to just sort of bypass all of our access management controls and take over an entire organization's cloud environment. That's just fine. We're not going to do anything about this. And we're not going to pay you out.
They basically initially said, hey, nice job. Thanks for catching this. High severity, high priority. We're going to get this fixes in progress. Good job. And then they turned around and said, there's no problem here. No bug, no bounty. How do you think that sits with the folks who put in a lot of work discovering this and assembling the proof package and sending that in? Who do you think's right here?
And you know it's still active.
I know who I believe, honestly. I believe the nightmare side. That's just me, though.
All they got to do is release their proofs and,
yes,
watch
They
the
did.
world burn.
Burn.
The proofs are available along with the bug bounty, the bug notification.
Yeah, the bug bounty not necessarily available though.
Yeah, no, apparently that's 404 not found. But yeah, config confusion is a thing, and literally, if your organization is using Google Cloud, any Kubernetes namespace user, regardless of the privileges assigned to that user, can take over the entire bloody organization. They escalate themselves to organization owner for that entire cloud. Not something you should be worried about at all. It's fine.
Let's move on to one more story from Ars Technica. Microsoft discovers new lightweight backdoor that steals cryptocurrency.
This is basically a fairly easy to execute script kiddie Tor socket SOCKS 5 proxy connection that's pretty easy to do using standards that are built into the operating system and that are easily allowable outbound from wherever the computer gets infected from. The couple of interesting points here is that one, that it utilizes nothing custom, no customized control space, C2 space. It's just, hits a proxy server and then sends it off to the eventual receiver. The fun thing about this is it's normally spread, and what it's targeting, but it's normally spread through infected USB sticks with a simple file that's a .lnk, so it's a link file in Windows that automatically gets run when and depending where it's positioned in the file system, is automatically executed and the payload is run and the script expands. And what it is doing is sitting there looking for in your paste buffer, just like any good paste buffer an analyzer is looking for the telltale signs that you have grabbed your crypto key and are about to use it. And when it sees that, it assumes you're in the middle of a crypto transaction, and whatever it is you're pasting, it's going to assume that that's the target that you're attempting to pay someone with this crypto identifier, this crypto wallet key, and it replaces it with the malware delivered one, so that they are stealing crypto transactions this way.
And takes a screenshot just in case there is some extra verification that you need to do, which I think is brilliantly horrible.
Oh, it is. For the next 10 seconds after that happens, they're continuously taking screenshots and also exfilling those to the proxied backend service. The fun thing about this is, Sebastian, I don't know how many times I've told you, stop picking up USB sticks out of the parking lot and putting them in your PC. I don't know how many times I warned you. You need to stop.
But USB sticks are more expensive than they used to be, and it was free.
I know. It's
Did you ever get bored one day and just think to yourself, what can I do? And so you put a malware on a USB stick, and then you go to a bank parking lot, and they just spread them around. And you think,
just throw them out.
who would be dumb enough to pick this up? And then suddenly, You've got $10,000 in your account. I hate that.
I hate that. Exactly. So Josh is probably not that far off from the real world. What happens here is like, you know what? Let's just drop a whole bunch of 64 gigabit sticks because they really aren't that expensive, Sebastian. They're a couple dollars a piece.
Josh,
Your return on
you're making it sound too easy and too tempting.
Your
I
return
may
on
need to take
investment
some notes.
is very high here. Where you're spreading your .lnk link
Look,
viruses.
if you
looking
find
for
one, don't you want to
crypto
plug it in and
wallets.
see what's on it?
You sure do,
It's
don't
like,
you?
whoa.
There
Don't
could
you
be some
ever?
fascinating PDFs on there.
Oh, pictures. Ooh. Yeah. So this is what happens, people. Stop infecting yourself. What you're doing.
Drop your USB drive and put a label on it that says nudes, and somebody will pick it up.
The label,
and
yes, the
install it.
label will sell it.
That's
Just
good
say
to
like GTA 6,
Yeah,
.exe.
that's going to come
Oh,
up next.
or Half-Life 3 if you want to do that. Either way,
Yep. Half-Life
Again,
source
this is a
code.
fairly simple scripting, mechanism inside this link file. Not a lot of invent. I think it's just people infecting themselves and the danger of the executable out of the LNKs. That's what it makes me do. That's it.
All right, thank you for that. And we are moving on to gaming quick hits. And the first story, we already alluded to it. GTA 6 hype has people doing things they shouldn't be doing. No, they're not finding USB sticks on the at the base of their ATM machine drive-through.
Yet.
But they are being tempted with websites featuring, of course, AI-generated garbage and GTA 6 branding and promises of VIP access, early access exclusive, and get it before anybody else. And you, of course, should never click on any of these things. Malwarebytes has a post about this, warning people not to fall for this. Obviously, it's a console exclusive. I don't think you're going to be able to go to a web page and play this console exclusive game early, but what do I know?
This straddled the line, Sebastian, between a security corner and a gaming thing. So I put it first thing, between the two of them.
Yeah, it makes sense. It bridges the gap between the two categories for podcasts.
And does seem to be, in line with Grand Theft Auto and its,
Ah,
core.
I saw what you did there.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that GTA
Wait, this seems on
fans
brand.
are not especially bright?
Or that your
There's
in-game
no-
persona isn't going to be shaking down, every other character that you meet.
It's true.
Yeah, give me your USB drives.
I love this
Drop the USB.
this study that Malwarebytes has done. Why people fall for it. Scams like this work because they mix something people want with tactics designed to create urgency. Wait, isn't this every AI generated YouTube ad that plays now?
Oh, it's every, human attack vector that ever existed. But yeah.
You're looking for more performance and more distance from a golf ball.
And nudes.
This golf ball defies gravity and travels 30 yards faster than anything else. Really? I want
Yeah,
more
click here.
distance.
Click here for more information.
Yes. Protect yourself. Do not do this. That's how you protect yourself. It is not GTA 6 PSA. It is not available yet to buy, download, or play early.
This is why one of our official catchphrases is "Do not pre-order." It
And it won't
encourages
be
Rockstar and encourages behavior like this.
and it won't be available on PC for at least a year, if not more, after the initial release for console.
See,
Well,
that's
only
what you
6
think.
months.
But I just got an
Exclusive.
email earlier today that says that no,
Yeah,
I
guys.
can get my exclusive
Sorry.
view.
I'm playing it right now.
It was in your inbox right below the guy that said that an Indian prince was leaving you money. Is that right?
I thought he was Nigerian.
No, he
I
was
like
Nigerian.
Sebastian's-
He was an Indian.
Sebastian's very, very underplayed. I'm playing it right now.
I am. I've been playing it on my phone.
And a bunch of free
This whole
FIFA
time.
tickets too.
GTA 6. It's weird. I don't know what
It's-
this game
it's
actually
weird.
is, but
I think you're playing GTA Socks.
no.
That is
Oh.
not the same game.
With an X at the end, but yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you actually do want to buy Grand Theft Auto 6 and you don't mind pre-orders, the pre-orders
$2 billion.
officially begin tomorrow as we record this. So by the time you're listening to the finished version of this podcast, you may have already pre-ordered the most
Is it
anticipated game.
$1,049?
Yes.
Okay.
How much is it? Was it 89 or something? I assume that's what they're going to
Next,
do.
the next link is the price.
Oh, okay. I like how everything has to be broken up into multiple links.
You know what? If they didn't break it up in multiple stories, we wouldn't have to do this.
We need to aggregate them and write our own story. All right, GTA 6 price revealed. All right, here we go. Standard version, only 79. I thought they were going to go 89. $79.99. The ultimate version is $99.99. You can get it for
That's a lot.
PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S, and nothing else.
So the
No
target release date for
Steam
PlayStation,
machine. All these people, they're going to be buying a Steam
November
machine
19,
for
Ken.
$1,000. They can't even play GTA 6.
November
What a
19, Ken, for PS5.
Yeah.
We'll see. You'll believe it when you see it.
Thank you, Charitard. That was bloody hilarious. I don't think Xbox 365 is what they're gonna go with. But
That's
No.
that's
I
pretty
love
funny.
Actually, I kinda hope
That's
they do.
actually hilarious. That's hilarious.
See, Discord.
I'm lost right now. Apparently, things are funny off screen.
USB stick. I can't. It's fine. I can't. I can't comment on it. I just can't because it's too easy. I can't.
Oh,
There it is.
that's it.
Do you think people will plug that? Plug that?
You
Yes,
think they'll
yes,
plug
they
it in?
do.
Hey guys, I just finished watching Ramming Speed. Let's put in Pipe Driver 6.
Oh.
I guess it's better than Drain Snake 17.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't played it yet. You don't know.
You pull it out and there's a big wad of hair on the end.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's too much.
Francois apparently enjoying this
Thank you,
entertainment.
Hey, Francois.
Francois.
Oh,
I think the dollar figure there invites a Josh repeat of the dollar figure.
Yes.
$19.99. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.
Oh, that's funny.
But don't
It's
worry,
finally
it gets
happened.
better.
Next,
We-
it's finally
we-
happened. You can finally play as Nicolas Cage in Call of Duty. Your life
I
is
think we
complete,
all wanted this.
and
all
now
wanted
we
this.
can all just die happy.
I don't think we knew we wanted this, but once
This
I
is
read
literally
this,
a
I'm like,
dream
yes.
You
scenario
always
for
want more
some.
Cage.
It says right here on this IGN article.
As soon as I read this, I'm like, oh yeah, this speaks to me. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know I needed it, but I did.
You always need more Cage.
Black Ops 7. Play
Oh, I
as
think
Nicolas
that's,
Cage.
Noir Ops 7. I need to watch Spider Noir at some point.
It's not bad. The first couple episodes are good, but I don't know. We kind of stalled out.
Did you do the
But
black
he's
and white or
Nick
the
Cage. We did both.
Exactly.
We swapped back and forth.
Ooh.
The color stuff
Years.
is super saturated, really interesting. And I hate to go on to another divergent thing, but if you look at paint and wallpapering of that time, they were super colorful and extremely toxic, but really colorful. So at least that
Lead
was
held
accurate there.
color really well,
It did.
and it tasted neat. Or I mean,
Yeah. Made you feel all sorts of ways.
it sure did.
Next in Gaming Quick Hits is an Amazon link.
Who's slinging Carcassonne?
Oh, the story was all wrapped up into the same sentence. Is if pricing has gotten out of control on your PC, you can't play PC games yourself or with your friends, maybe brainstorm, sit down, play a tabletop game, because there's plenty on sale right now for Prime Days. Good ones. Ones that you'll enjoy. Play it with your friends. This is the equivalent of essentially go outside and touch grass, but different. So sit down. I love the How to Slay. It's very fun. There's a few other ones in here that I've definitely played and enjoyed. But Prime Days, great time to go stock up on a few tabletop games if you're looking to have fun with friends. IRL versus virtually, because they can't afford to get off that 10-year-old GPU. So they probably can't play
Monopoly.
Yes, there's that too. But anyway, another option exists for your free time looking to game. Tabletop gaming. Take another look. It's cheap. Prime Days. Go.
Very nice. Video games don't have a monopoly on my time, and I had no clue that the sales were so good on Amazon this week.
Prime Day sales very, very good right now.
That almost perfectly transitions us into picks of the week. It kind of was a pick of the week, but Brett has weaseled his way into 2 picks of the week. One, an entire category, and then whatever he picks for his actual one. But Josh,
why are you trying to push me in certain directions, Bront? I want to know this thing.
I cannot tell you. That's a secret.
Well,
anyway.
if you were wearing Gunner glasses, you would see straight through his transparent.
Exactly. Prescription Gunner glasses.
It's picks of the week featuring Josh.
Blue light blockers. You know what? If you got a home theater room, sometimes you just need to have some elevation speakers. You know what? Klipsch makes a really solid set of elevation speakers. You can put those on top of your current speakers, aiming up into the area where you're sitting. Well, bouncing off the ceiling, of course. You get that whole horn tweeter thing going on. Oh, yeah. $199 for a pair of them. And it comes with 18 gauge heavy duty speaker wire and 5 pair of banana plugs. I don't know why you want 5 pair of banana plugs. Maybe you just crimped them wrong and you need extra.
Yeah,
well, they go bad really quickly. They're banana plugs.
They are
5
banana
pair?
plugs.
This doesn't make a lot of sense. Even
maybe
for
it's for the
individual
center
driver.
channel that you need to.
Well, think about it.
different
You
speakers
need
for it.
4 pair for getting to the receiver to the speaker if they're biamped. No, they're not biamped. You still need black and red.
Maybe the
or white and
picture's
red.
just wrong.
You do. Yeah.
I
No,
don't
but
know.
it says it
anyway.
literally says 5 pair.
5 pair. So what if you mess up any crimping on the banana?
But these are
Connections.
these are the ones that just screw in. They just screw tight.
Yeah, but you know what? End users.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, are those the type of
Anyway.
people who buy Grand Theft Auto games?
Yeah, they might.
It came
They
free on
can't
this
even
banana
figure
plug.
out a banana plug.
But
This
you know
entire
what?
podcast was about GTA 6 and Steam Machine, by the way.
Yes.
It is. Let me talk about Klipsch here. You know what? A lot of people don't like their horn tweeters. They think they're a little too shrill, a little hard on the ears. But you know what? These are elevation speakers. And so that kind of shrill doesn't really exist in the atmospherics, the Atmos,
In the bounce,
if you will.
It's
Oh.
it's
And so-
diffused.
Yeah.
It's because
And so-
right, Brett. Because it's not on axis anymore.
Exactly.
correct.
yeah.
And so
Correct.
for $199, you get a high quality pair of speakers that you can use as elevation. Plus, they've got that angle, the dangle. So, yeah, if you got a receiver, which I'm hoping one day to have that will support such things, you can have them for $200. Good Prime days, and you get good quality speaker wire and banana plugs.
And the
don't know.
speakers actually look like the cat wouldn't be able to kill them quickly.
Yes,
Leave the covers
Oh,
on.
Doesn't that just attract the cat though? 'Cause then
It
they'll
does.
want
Yeah, it does.
texture
Just
of
to,
the
just
cover.
to sit on them.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a great deal. Anyone who's watching right now, buy them,
Bye.
or,
No.
or we will take the stream offline. You have 5 seconds.
Hmm.
Did you buy them yet?
You should have bought them by now.
Jeremy, your pick this week, please.
Well, if you want something that's even cheaper than Brett's real person in physicality board games, Epic Games every once in a while gives away things that are interesting for free. And also, I have a cat in the background who is attacking a paper bag. That's what that noise is. Citizen Sleeper is an old game, but it is an interesting one. If you've never played it, it's worth the no money that you would pay to get it. If you have played it, you probably haven't played it in a very long time, and it is replayable because, my God, the choices you have to make are very entertaining. If you've never played it, essentially you have up to 5 dice every game day. The number of dice you have depends on your condition. If your condition deteriorates, you might have 4 dice, 3 dice, 2 dice. Those dice are your actions for the day. If you only have 2 dice, you can only get 2 actions done that day. If you've got 5, you can't. And it's a d6, so use them wisely. It is a fun game. If you've never tried it, I would recommend it. And if you have, it's been probably close to 18 years or so since you played it. I ruined my Saturday because I stayed up way too late playing it.
Thank you. Brett, your pick this week.
Like most people, I spent a little bit of time perusing the Amazon Prime Day sales, and I came across this one, which is near and dear to my heart because I actually owned this, and I paid more than this. This is the Alienware 34-inch curved gaming monitor in 180 hertz, AMD FreeSync, of course, VESA, Adaptive Sync, etc., etc. It's everything you want in a gaming monitor, ultra wide. 34-inch for $270. When I bought this in 2025, I got it on sale during a different Prime Day, $309. 180 hertz, not bad, even by today's 240 hertz standard, because, what kind of GPU do you have? Are you really driving it that fast? Probably not, especially at 34 inches. At this resolution, you probably don't have enough GPU for the games you're playing to drive it that quick. 180 hertz is going to do you just fine. And at this price, why don't you own it already? Go and get one. $270, 34-inch widescreen, 180 hertz. Good for you. That's it.
Yeah, so unless you're one
I
of those
paid
people
more.
on a 3440 by 1440 who plays it low, like 1080 low stretch,
Why are you doing that? Don't do that.
Yeah, why would you? But if you're not doing that, then you probably aren't getting to 180, unfortunately, just like Brett said.
You're not getting to 180. So
That's
if you're
like 6
pushing
million
120,
pixels.
It is.
It's halfway between 1440 and 4K. So you're driving a lot of pixels there.
Mm-hmm. I drive my 140s at 120. So.
All right. Kent, you're back and you have a pick.
I do have a pick. Some of you might have noticed that I didn't speak a lot during the section we spoke about the Steam Machine. Mainly, I couldn't get a word in edgewise over Jeremy and the others. But
What was that?
anyway.
Sorry, did you say something?
But I also knew that I had this Pix in my back pocket. You know, a lot of people are complaining about hardware pricing and everything, but if you know where to look, and for U.S. customers, where to look is Micro Center. You can get bundles that will save you a ton of money toward building something that will actually smoke a Steam machine. So this is just one example, but this is a Intel Core Ultra 7 270K Plus Z890 Wi-Fi 7 motherboard and 32 gigs of DDR5 6000 RAM. $549. The RAM by itself comes close to that. Yeah, you could get this, a cheap case, a decent power supply, and pick your graphics card and storage. And Micro Center has some decent prices on storage. They're not what they were a year ago, but I did see some SSDs there that are selling roughly around what SSDs were selling for about 3 years ago. So it's not like being gutted during the Inquisition. But yeah, you can build a system for a not horrible amount. It will be faster than a Steam machine. And hey, if you want, install SteamOS on it, play it to your heart's content.
Leave it to Kent to recommend an Intel system, but it's actually very good.
It is a good system, and I looked at the AMD systems, and your choices were either 5800 XTs or that were around the same price as this, or you were looking at your X3D processors, which were actually quite a bit more money than this. And unless you're really playing like esport titles, you're not going to see the difference there.
Excellent.
Especially if you're playing at a higher resolution, it's all going to be based on whatever GPU you use. And the difference in price, you can buy a higher end GPU.
Or a used AMD 7000 series and still be above a Steam machine.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't happen to have a Micro Center in your state, that is enough savings to justify the road trip to go get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you going?
I don't know. I don't have to drive more than a couple hours to get to mine.
Oh, there you go.
A couple hours to a Micro Center.
Yeah.
Seems so far. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's all the way into like Madison Heights, which is Detroit area. Actually, no, it's farther now because I moved. Now it's another half hour. All right. So
about an hour and a half for me to Charlotte.
I have a pick this week. It's also a Prime Day thing. If you have been bored by the slab phone trend of the last decade plus, everything's just a nondescript slab. I was at Best Buy today, and you cannot, from a distance of more than a foot or so, you cannot tell a difference between a Google Pixel and a Moto whatever and a Samsung S26 Plus or whatever. They all look exactly the same size. They have the same screen. They're all running Android. So how do you really differentiate yourself? You get a flip phone. And I've been carrying a flip phone since I think 2023. and I have my 2024 model here, which is getting long in the tooth. Oh, a folding phone. Yes.
Tell me you got the Commodore Flip.
No. So what I'm going to be doing, I think,
It's almost like Kent had a trench coat and he was opening it for us all, which is
It was just like it, Josh. Exactly.
just like it. I've never seen
it was-
that before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
so just for your edification, because I recently tested out Samsung Flip 7 and then returned it. The problem with Samsung isn't that they don't have beautiful hardware, and they have slimmed it down quite a bit. It's not as thick as it used to be when it was folded. But by default, without doing some finagling, which is not very intuitive and it does not look very good when you get done, you cannot run more than 3 apps on the cover screen. They want you to do everything with widgets. And the Moto difference is that there is no difference. The outer screen can be exactly the same as the inner screen. You can put whatever apps on it you want, do whatever you want with it. You don't ever have to open your phone to use it if you're comfortable using like a 3.5 to 4 inch screen. It's like using the original iPhone. So the annoying thing is the 2026 Razr Ultra comes out and it's $1,500, and it looks identical to the 2025. I mean, the 2025 already had the Snapdragon 8 Elite. The screen resolution's unchanged. The inner screen, I think, is unchanged. I don't think there's anything different about any of the hardware necessarily. It's just, it's kind of hard to understand. I think even the camera sensor's the same. But they did some things, and there's more AI, and it's $1,500. So get the 2025, because even for the same amount of storage and RAM, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 storage, $685 on
That's the
And less
same amount
AI.
of storage as the 2026 version.
Yes. I don't really understand how the 2026 is even different, honestly. I was watching Mr. Mobile's review of it and kind of like shaking my head. Like this, the 2024 got you most of the way there. 2025 has some more stuff. 2026, I mean, even the finishes are the same. But yeah, it's more. So get the 2025. Because the 2024s and 2023s are more. Like the 2023 on Amazon is like $1,300. So don't do that. But it is, it's not a toy. So you call it a handheld toy. This thing is remarkably durable. I've dropped it. I don't even know how many times. I'm rough with like flipping it open and closed. Motorola has the best hinge because it does a better job of doing like a teardrop shape when you fold the screen. There's no crease after well over a year of very heavy use. But anyway, it's great. And there's nothing like just being able to pick whatever apps I want. Like I can just scroll through and just look at all my apps right on the outside screen. I mean, what's
Can
more?
you uninstall them from the outside screen?
No, make you open it to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's I like folding phones, and this one's way cheaper, so that's the one I would buy. And that,
You know, there's nothing as good as getting a call, popping your phone, getting your thumb out and snapping it open and say, hello.
Motel.
and then when you want to hang up, it's so satisfying to just be like, no, I don't, and don't call me again.
That's most satisfying. That
Bang.
click. Goodbye.
That is a serious panty dropper.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to brag, but you know, in 2007 when I got the first iPhone, everywhere I went, people were like, oh, "Is that the iPhone?" And I would do a little demo for them. I did all the bullet points from the Macworld thing.
You
Showed
were
them how to-
wearing a black turtleneck at the time, weren't you?
I was wearing a black turtleneck and New Balance tennis shoes. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
It might have.
Horn rim glasses.
I
Wireframe.
shaved my head almost all the way down.
Yeah, anyway.
So when I use this phone just to do like a tap pay, it's always a conversation starter. I was at a camera shop buying a lens, and the guy had to get someone else out of the back room. Oh, hold on. So-and-so was just talking about one of these. Comes out. He's like, look, he's got one of those folding phones. And they like take it and they're like opening and closing it, like looking at the outer screen. Yeah, that's so cool. That's the Samsung, right? I'm like, no, this is Motorola. Motorola Razr.
Moto who?
I was at the golf
Motorola.
course. I was at the golf
The
course on
first
Father's Day.
StarTax. Remember the
Yeah, it's true.
StarTax
That
in
was
the
the first
90s?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at the golf course on Father's Day, and I had to use payment twice. Once for like food in the clubhouse, and once to buy the greens fees. And every time I use this thing, people are like, "Oh, that is so cool! What is that?" It's like Apple hasn't invented it yet, so people don't know what it is.
Fair statement.
So when Apple invents the
Yeah.
clamshell phone, all these girls at the golf course will suddenly have one, and they won't think that might be anymore.
Just wait until they reintroduce the one-button mouse.
I wish
It's
I
gonna
could
work
go
this
to the
time.
golf
What's a
course.
computer? I want to make a little meme that's like on the top. It's "What's a computer" from Apple with like their subtitles if they still even have that video up,
Yep.
and then right
That's
below
old.
that,
It's like 3 or 4 years old.
and then right below that is like the MacBook Neo launch. Like
This is a
what's-
computer.
What's happening?
This is
here?
it. Uh-huh.
Apple's making
Which
a
marketing
photo-
message?
What the hell is
marketing
going
message
on?
sticks?
Remember when
2026
Motorola
sense.
actually was a process company where they had fabs? And
Yeah.
in fact, they were the first to develop a copper interconnect well before everybody else. And AMD licensed that from Motorola.
Remember when Motorola made the 68,000 processor?
May I remember?
Josh, Big Endian is the way it's supposed to be. Full stop.
Full stop.
Full stop, indeed. As we transition into the outro of this podcast, that's it.
Little Indian. That
Is
matter.
this where the music plays? Is this the music part
Music
right
is
here?
playing right now. You just can't hear it. I hear it in my mind.
It's
Ah,
the theme to
it's-
Moonlighting.
It's a group called Track Tribe. It's license-free music from the YouTube audio
Good for them.
library. By the fireplace. Or by the fireside? It's one of those two.
How about that Perry guy with the hamster on a piano? I think that'd be an excellent outro. Hamster on a piano. Hamster, you've never heard it? The hamster on a piano eating popcorn on a piano.
I know.
I feel like I need to
uncultured
go
of us.
take a shower. You guys are so
lame.
So dirty.
yeah, so dirty.
I feel so unclean podcasting with all of you.
As you should.
At least Josh doesn't have to wash his hair tonight.
Oh, he does.
He'll save
Oh,
some
he
time.
does.
Oh, wait a minute. All right, never mind.
What?
Nothing. I mean, we're just saying that there's hair in more than one place on the human body. That's all.
Well, you know, I've
pro
got
tip.
braids.
Okay. All right. All right. And that's just his ass.
Oh no,
We're
that's
gonna
his
end-
ears.
We're gonna end the show now. Thank you.
Yes,
everyone.
please end it.
Yes.
Oh.
Good night. All right, the recording is over.
So there's
What a-
braids, but are they
uneven
beaded
show.
braids like the Williams sisters used to use?
When I do jumping jacks, they clack. So, you know.
Brings all
One
the
of the
girls
best
to
parts of getting old is hair migrates to very interesting places.
I'm saving this
Yeah.
for the next time, since I didn't have an
Okay.
opportunity. All right, but I do want to let people know that hung out for this long. I did buy one, and it is blissfully unopened.
Okay.
There is the
Does it feel
tape.
feather light like a quality electronic should?
it does have that feather light feel
Mhm.
to it.
Does it have that feel of like Born e-waste?
It has like as much heft as I would expect to say this might work,
Okay.
but it
okay.
probably won't. But it's not
Okay.
completely devoid of weight, but it doesn't feel heavy enough to be of high quality. It just feels heavy enough to be amusing.
Mhm.
So
Spoiler,
I'll be trying
It's actually just the power supply sitting in the bottom of the box.
maybe. Now the idea here is: do I open this? maybe next time, and then get it plugged in, or do I kind of like open it, try it out, and just have it, in line here, ready to spring on unsuspecting audience and podcast members? Let me ask a poll. Why is there a battery declaration on a mixer? Because I think it could potentially run without a power supply, as Jeremy was implying. I think it's USB powered, or it will power itself.
Oh, so it's the battery that's the weight.
It's got to have a lithium battery in there.
It has 12 live sound effects. This was $20.99. $20.99.
Money well spent.
Oh yeah.
We got a donation last week of $20. So essentially, I had to spend minus Google fees $40 to purchase this.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the Google fee is unfortunately steep.
After Google fees and income tax,
This
lost
will
money
cost
on the
the
donation.
$10.
This $20 item costs $40.
I actually
Yeah, it's
paid the
unopened.
most for a video game I've ever paid in my life last week.
You're gonna.
Really?
So you haven't bought GTA 6 yet or 7 yet?
No, I bought the new Bond game.
Oh,
Have you picked your watch yet?
I hear it's good.
Oh yeah, it is good. It is good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's kind of funny because you can tell it was really focused on console launch. The graphics look really good, but there's like no ray tracing. I actually think at 4K, my 4090 in ultra settings probably pushes the 240 hertz limit of my monitor, just because the game runs really well. It doesn't look beautiful, but it looks good enough. And yeah, it's fun. The story's kind of cool.
I think the last Call of Duty game that I played the way through was Call of Duty 2, which not good. Or maybe really good. But I know the 2019 Call of Duty Modern Warfare remake is 165 gigs of space on your drive.
Well, storage is cheap, Josh. Just get another 2 terabyte.
Sure is.
SSD.
So cheap. So cheap.
Very, very affordable. So, can you choose George Lazenby as one of the Bonds that you play in the game?
No, it's just one Bond. It's the
It's
guy they
nondescript
hired
Bond.
for the.
So George Lazenby then.
He reminds me a lot of Daniel Craig, but definitely not still Daniel Craig. And apparently the actor who's doing the voice in the game, there's some talk about him becoming the actual next Bond, which after hearing his vocal performance, I wouldn't mind it at all. I think he does a great job.
Counterpoint, I'd prefer Stephen Webster 5 to be the next James Bond.
Yeah, but I want to know what his message is. It seems rather
It's,
generic message.
It's the equivalent of catchphrase, if you know what I mean.
Say something witty. Witty. Yes.
Something witty. So I'm sort of excited about this.
I'm excited
should-
too. I can't wait to
This
hear
should
that.
provide
You know what I'm saying?
well over
Oh.
$20 worth of fun. That's what I'm
maybe
thinking.
like 10 minutes of sound effects and us reacting to them. And then we're going to do
And-
a video of us reacting to the reacting video.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be a
and then
rich
every
gold
5
mine.
years we'll
It's an
revisit it.
It's an infinite money loop.
Yeah.
Infinite.
I
Revisiting our
did
reaction video
recheck
from
Woot.
2015.
I did recheck Woot. Sold out.
You bought the only one?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You
You were
could
the
look at
one.
it that way. You could look at it that way. We don't know.
You hopped on that in the perfect time.
I do want to say that they did say for an individual purchaser, limit of 3. So who knows how many they had?
How many people are going to get this as a white elephant gift in 2026?
Some.
Much
No, I
less
would say the
3
number-
of them at one time.
The number is not 0.
It's a perfect stocking stuffer for everyone I know.
There is
What is
definitely
it? It's
$20 worth of
podcast.
buttons. There's $20 worth
Podcast
of buttons
mixer
on
with
here.
Bluetooth.
Oh, completely. There is definitely
And-
$20 worth of buttons on this baby. And knobs. Twisty little knobs.
It's midnight. Not a sound from the pavement. Had the moon
Exactly.
lost its memory?
What book are you reading now?
It's not a book. It's Barbara Streisand. Baba. Baba
Baba.
Streisand. Midnight, such a sound from the kitty. Wait, that's not the lyrics,
Gosh.
is it?
Tell
No,
us
now
the
you're
historical
going
significance of the Streisand effect.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
It had to do with her wanting to hide where she lived.
Yep.
Her home address as to where she lived.
Demanded to
and
be
the fact-
stripped of the internet.
That she
And guess what
made
happened?
such a stink of trying to make sure that nobody knew where she lived that it became
That
an
everybody
obsession.
knew.
Not only did everybody know, but it became an obsession for certain people to find out where she lived and to publish it as widely as possible. So the fact that you're asking for the not, please don't allow this thing to happen, will be the one thing that people focus on, making sure.
So everybody's going to be singing Cats tomorrow. Isn't that going to be awesome? That's like,
More than
John Lennon, Imagine, but everybody's singing it.
Imagine all the people.
Imagine all the kitties living in one giant cat box. Woohoo.
It's
And Nicolas Cage is not the same as Nickelback. I mean, that's the final word on that, actually. It's not the same.
And now we're reading.
Guys, if you want them, you can have them.
Well, yeah, because people like Nicolas Cage.
Combined with special effects in a movie. People enjoy Nicolas Cage and special effects at the same time.
Yeah, they don't really seem to like him otherwise.
No, he needs to be combined with special
Either
effects.
needs to be parodying himself or be in a movie with lots of special effects.
Or on fire.
Though the parody movie was pretty good with what's his bucket? The guy who's in everything. Mandalorian,
Pedro
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
That was a good film.
I have not watched this one, Josh, but I have heard good things about it.
Oh, it's worth
Yeah,
it.
it's what the unbearable weight of being Nicholas. I can't remember the name, but it was a good film.
It's not the Gilbert Grape one. That's a different one.
And it's not being John Malkovich. That is a whole different ball game.
Very much so. That is an existential mind.
Probably one of the best John Cusack films. I mean, other than I Want My $2, but that's
Better
Yeah,
off dead.
I won't
I
make
mean,
$2
come on now.
way up.
Better off. That's better off
Yeah.
dead.
The
Yeah.
podcast mixer brand is Podcast Mixer Flash Fox.
Yeah, it is what it says
Oh,
it
It
is.
doesn't have a
It
brand.
is.
E podcast mixer.
It has a
Yes.
brand up in the upper right, doesn't it? Technic
Podcast.
something.
Oh,
Technical
Technical Pro.
Technically pro podcast
Yeah.
mixer. Totally official.
Oh yeah, I definitely expect this to be of
It's got batteries.
highest.
Does it have batteries? Do you have any
It has
batteries?
built-in batteries.
rechargeable
Batteries.
battery in it, I guess.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm excited. I might need a condenser mic.
Anyway.
You need XLR.
Yeah, I'm
Take
going to have to
advantage.
fetch one.
Excuse me.
Jeremy, what are you going to do for next week with your microphone?
I am not going to be here next week.
Well,
Oh.
that solves that.
Oh,
Yes.
It
Have a
is
good week
Canada
off.
Day.
Hmm.
We,
I was
you
telling
know,
people that was just the
have our
sound of
holiday.
your warp core.
Mhm. I
before
like that.
you guys do, and I will be at a baseball game at Nat Bailey, the most gorgeous baseball stadium in the world.
Oh,
Sadly, it won't be a nooner; it'll be an evening game, but such is life.
Who in the audience
Okay.
has ever read Edgar Rice Burroughs' A Princess of Mars? This book is
Aye.
a century old. But just
You mean Barsoom?
yeah. The way it
never
opens,
read
I found just captivating. I was trying to read this to my son the other day. Listen to this. This is the first line. I am a very old man. How old? I do not know. Possibly I am 100. Possibly more. But I cannot tell because I have never aged as other men, nor do I remember my childhood. So far as I can recollect, I've always been a man of about 30. And it goes on. And he describes...
I think you've just generated hundreds of requests for you to do online live reading.
was that like the beginning of Beyond Divinity 2?
yeah,
this guy who
kind of.
can't age has had all these adventures, and he tells you
Can't
about how
remember
it
a
all
damn thing.
started. He was in the Arizona desert. Him and his friend discovered gold, and his friend ran off to get supplies while he guarded the claim, and his friend got killed by the Native Americans in the area. And
Never
when he was
get-
evading them himself, he ended up in some cave that he didn't recognize, and then there was some weird gas inside the cave, and the next thing he knows, he can't move his body. But then when they discover him, they get terrified and run away, and he still can't move. And then he eventually forces himself to get up and realizes that he's actually pulled himself out of his own body in the process, and was wandering around as a spirit, and then finds himself staring up into space and just longs to go into space and to be on Mars. And he just is on Mars.
Yep.
And then he lives the next 10 years there and has all these adventures. And then ends up back
It's an
home.
awesome set of stories. Yeah, awesome
Was
set
it
of stories.
real? Was it a dream?
Of Mars.
But it's Edgar Rice Burroughs, and it is the John Carter trilogy.
I was just going to say, this is very John Carter.
And
Yeah.
uh,
And the
George Lucas
movie
was heavily
was a total travesty.
inspired by
I'm going to say the
Star
books
Wars.
were better than the movie. That's not
I
high
wouldn't.
bar.
Yeah, I've never seen the movies.
think-
The books are
I think
great.
people should give the movie another chance.
The
I would
movie
say
was
it
not bad.
I-
It was
it
not
amused
bad.
me.
Yeah.
It
but
amused
misunderstood
me,
and poorly marketed.
Yeah.
but the other thing was I read the John Carter Mars books when I was much, much, much younger. So they definitely had a more of an impact, and it was,
Yeah,
Miffed.
yeah. I remember reading a story. It was when the movie was coming out, but it had not been released yet. But and it was the 100th anniversary of the original short story, and a guy was talking about, after 100 years, and we've watched George Lucas and James Herbert cherry pick
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the parts out of these stories, and they're absolutely right. That's they were both that story has been cannibalized by
How
many
about
people.
Heinlein? Have spacesuit will
Oh.
travel.
yep.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
See,
Heinlein was paying
Good
tribute
argument
there
there,
because
he was about the same time.
Yes.
Like, he was writing about the same time as they were.
But Heinlein was actually talking about, he actually named characters in it after and sort of tied in that they were part of that same mythology, that they were descendants of John Carter. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've read the C.S. Lewis sci-fi series, you know, Paralandra and
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
I can't
Silent
remember
Planet.
the other ones. Yeah, and you know what? I was just too young to understand the allegories behind them all.
Yeah.
I need to reread them. I mean, if you want a, you know, good, you know, dissertation in you know, modern religion, Christianity, then yeah, do that. So yeah,
So
maybe that
many
should be
back
my
and
pick.
listen to
of
stuff.
modern storytelling are derived from some of these older works. Pieces of them live
So-
on, aspects of them replayed forever.
Anyhow, it's
Yes.
late. My bladder is complaining.
My bladder is about to
'Cause-
explode.
righty then. Good
Can
for
you
you.
taste-
Somebody drink some more beer.
If it weren't for this 1 gallon jug under my desk, I
Yar.
this whole time.
If it wasn't for piss
Oh.
bottles, I wouldn't be podcasting.
Yep, we've all done it.
You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's podcasting. Just don't knock it over with your foot.
just don't. Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
why
be
you put a
careful
cap
with
on
it.
it
be careful with it.
All right.
and wash
Alright.
the funnel occasionally.
I think it's time to say goodnight to our stream.
Exactly.
With that,
To
Good
the
night.
3-hour shows.
Thank you.
Readers
goodbye
and-
stream. We need to go stream.
Oh, okay.
Streaming, yes.
Bye.
Good night, all.